Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tangled, the series, season 3, episode 3. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, not much else to
Never-
say other than that from me.
Never heard that phrase before uttered by Disney.
We're
Nope,
having this
no
the occasion
siree.
for having a couple of characters we've seen in the past to return.
Start right before the intro in 3, 2, 1, click.
But yeah, no. If I recall correctly, I already pointed out how there were a few references to Splash Mountain and Frontierland in the last episode. I think this might be the season where they go all out with the Disney references.
Clearly,
Don't quote me on that.
eventually we'll get a Mission to Mars reference.
Maybe? Who knows? Rapunzel
I mean, if
in
If
space.
Castlevania can have a scene of an explosion that can be seen from space, I guess these series can have it too.
Man, Lord of Shadows was wild. Alright, so I'm guessing this is the Halloween episode
Yes.
of the season.
Yes.
Yeah,
Keeping on
it
to
was.
Seasons 1 and 2, the Halloween episode is always Halloween themed, obviously.
Although this series was released during the fall season of 2019, so most of the episodes were released in October, at least the first half, if I remember correctly. So while there is one dedicated more to the horror theme, it's not like it was released on Halloween Day.
Yeah, it's not the case with every animated show, but I feel
24 hours
like
earlier.
I feel like in most cases with shows, it seems like they start in the fall and then either end in the spring or early winter of next year. Sorry, late winter of next year.
Mm-hmm. In this case, the first half was released, during the month of October, and the other, if I recall correctly, in January, with a bit of a gap, where the last two episodes, well, three counting the multi-parter at the end, the remaining ones at the end of February, beginning of March 2020. So keep in mind, since it was at that specific period, the pandemic was not an effect, or did not have an effect on this. It was really probably just because of the poor sales.
So you remember Not Toph and the redhead here, basically the two orphan girls who are more or less thieves themselves.
Angry and red.
Basically, they will have a chance to have a better home since Rapunzel is rehabilitating old Corona to properly allow them to have, let the village be restored.
Clearly, just like what Odette was doing in the Prince One Princess sequels.
Oh, Lord. I guess that was her technically acting like a princess.
Even though she should be queen as of movie 2, but I digress.
Fredo, clearly.
Like, hey,
Remember, Java, that was the whole point why the parents wanted them married, so that they could become king and queen.
To be fair, the original queen is technically still alive.
True, but Odette's parents are not, so she should be queen of her own kingdom.
Well, if I recall correctly, the idea is the merge. I'm guessing the logic the Swan Princess movies are going off of is that until the queen dies or retires, I guess she's queen of it all now, because otherwise they seem to have forgotten about Rapunzel's kingdom.
So who's behind the mask? Old Man Jenkins? No. Depends.
Some of them like
mostly
it, actually.
yes.
It's really disturbing.
It's okay, we tie you up, but then we give you the guest star treatment, I guess.
I'm pretty sure this character just came out actually from a Monster Hunter, game.
For the sake of this being kid-friendly, none of the sheep were mauled, just terrified.
Of course. Ye gods.
So in this case, it's not so much a wolf biting you, just you being the poor unfortunate sap that the wolf's curse chooses to possess.
Although, it's been noted, the curse preys on subjects that might be, more potential. So people who are, more inclined to be angered or suffering stress. Which, honestly, kinda makes sense. It's
It
literally
turns them
a
essentially
predator.
into the Hulk.
It's still a predator and prey mechanic, technically.
Mm-hmm. You are literally addressing the royalty.
Are we sure that the plot twist is that you're the werewolf?
You know, it would not be the first show to pull that plot twist, though one would then question why is she hunting herself.
Perhaps.
Of course, it could be the twist that she doesn't know that she is what she hunts. I mean,
Goodbye.
And stay out.
I
Until
literally kind of rule this place.
so actually,
you know, honestly, all things considered, Rapunzel could have done way worse, like putting her in jail.
so Dweebs, can you check who voices Crichton?
I'll check now. Captain Crichton.
Well, that didn't take long. Hey, Esmeralda.
Panic! We're all gonna die!
Just a giant ferocious wolf that could kill us all.
What the fuck?
Scar?
Child, what have you smoked to get this kind of
Artemis
nightmare?
Pebdani.
Okay, thank you.
I have not heard of that one before.
It kind of reminds me a bit of the one episode from All Dogs Go to Heaven series that I saw, which has a similar sequence where, the threat is apparently cats taking over and Charlie has a nightmare where even his best friend turns into a cat.
More recently, she was in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish as Jan Serpent,
Oh, one of the two
neat.
Serpent
One of the
Sisters.
Serpent Sisters.
Yeah.
and she's a recurring actress in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, playing Artemis Dubois.
Oh, I love her in that show.
I mean, Rev,
Honestly, it was only a matter of time.
Yeah, to be fair. Also, that book seems to imply that the curse started from the god Anubis, which I guess is a bit creative, but Anubis is a jackal, and last I checked, he was not the kind of underworld god that had a grudge against the mortals.
Well, maybe it was just when Anubis was letting some stress off and he kind of let loose a curse, if you know what I mean.
Or maybe it's the classic European of demonified every single underworld-related god from paganism.
Yeah.
Ow.
What drugs have you been smoking?
Thank you, Rapunzel.
Are you sure that's not realistic?
Maybe it's a tattoo of his dead dog or something.
You people suck at this. You
I
know that?
right?
I mean, your disguises weren't exactly top notch.
It's more the fact that they really were picking out of a barrel. Curses. Yeah, I still have to understand what's the logic that people have for the love of sour candy.
I don't like sour sweets at all.
You gotta pay for those.
A lot, actually.
Confess. And it just happened to be in the exact shape of a wolf's paw. He raises a good point.
So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see an Ozaru roaming around
So
at
if
one
he's not
point.
the werewolf, who is?
The answer may surprise you. Yeah, that's a werewolf, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's that captain woman.
Oh, you see, you mean the thing about either... Well, doesn't seem to be like that, Wibbs. But I get what you mean, you know, introduce the problem, then pretend to have the solution to be paid.
You know,
but you see, we haven't seen Crichton's face.
You know, that would actually be a neat twist on one of these kinds of episodes. A monster hunter who's actually the monster. So basically they hunt themselves and then solve the problem and basically profit.
It's not, okay, well, not exactly like that. It was kind of like the get-rich-quick scheme that, you know, was used for a while in the first Dragonheart movie. It's a good thing this werewolf cannot smell, I guess.
Yeah, great senses my ass. Then again...
Oh, never
Maybe
mind.
the wolf has flu.
Of course it has red eyes. There you go, dweebs.
Alright.
Yes, series, I've seen Alien 3.
I know, right? But, oh, wait a minute. Doesn't that look familiar?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep.
Your sister is a werewolf.
There,
Literally.
simple.
So
I've seen that movie.
So we need Christopher Lee to help us.
No. Remember, it will be very simple. Remember, like Rev showed, all we have to do is take our shotgun and shoot her while we scream like a maniac. There you go. Simple.
And thus was the end of Sturba Werewolf Bitch.
That's the real name of the movie, by the way. Jova is not joking.
I still love that the paint literally landed on Uncle Monty's neck just enough to look perfectly like a wolf's paw.
That's why I thought it was a tattoo.
So I guess whoever that wolf was like, you know what? I ain't having this curse. Here, you take it, girl.
Well, remember, it's also the fact that the curse preys on people who might be susceptible to it, which means that the deeper meaning of the episode is that Red has some,
Anger issues.
yeah.
Well,
that she's keeping
remember,
suppressed.
Remember, Angry is all for moving out of the treehouse, but Red, not so much. So if, say, the rebuilding project were to get halted, that would mean they would have to stay in the treehouse. Maybe not what Red ultimately wants, but that's probably what the curse thinks she wants.
So yeah, the best way to try to get rid of a curse is the place where in the first season we had the painter completing the ritual for Zantiri.
Yes, this place does have very high spiritual energy. Shouldn't we also make sure that this thing can't possess anyone else here?
I guess we're running on the logic that if expunge it will just dissipate.
Oh god, she's a furry.
But you're killing. You ended up killing innocent people.
A bit similar to what we see in Nimona, this is more about, accepting oneself and demonstrating that just because, there might be preconception, and fear, it doesn't necessarily, lead to always destruction. Again, it's a good moral.
So, the wolf is more or less her lashing out at Angry.
And conveniently, much like in a lot of similar stories, that now suddenly paints Kratos in a much more, antagonistic way. Again, you have seen this story somewhere else.
See, Kraton's the real monster.
Well, yeah.
And not the woman who's like, let me kill this child.
Perish child.
But what if said child is causing danger to people?
I mean,
Okay,
fair point.
Okay, Silver.
We are gonna need one hell of a therapy session to get her to calm down. Have you ever... Well, I guess she has hunted a werewolf before, assuming that the skin she was wearing was one.
Yeah, the marks on her crossbow supposedly represent the ones she has killed so far, which will be 3. So, seasoned, but not that much.
So she does know what she's doing.
Although,
This is the kind of
like Eugene said, she kind of lacks in... Oh, no. Look at the size of the bones! Yeah, maybe the bunny was the real predator. Like Eugene said, she lacks in hand-to-hand combat. And as he demonstrated here, she relies way too much on the crossbow.
Yeah.
And honestly, if the Dark Souls games have been good at teaching something, crossbow sucks. Get a better weapon.
And we gotta keep the show kid-friendly enough.
Yeah, we can't have the good guys committing murder.
Again, you can kind of tell the moments where the writers would want to try something, pushing a bit more, but at the same time, they still need to sell this series to a relatively young demographic, let's say, 5 to 10 years old, so they had to impose some limitation.
Also, this is just their roundabout way of dealing with teenagers going through shit.
Again, I still like the moral that, Red, the others could just accept who Red was, Red is, and in turn, Red understands how to control, who she is.
So, yeah.
Instead of having to just, treat the thing like something that needs to be expunged away.
Like a certain movie that we watched recently, right, Jova?
Oh, I guess you're talking about Spellbound.
Yeah.
I can tell when we get to commentating on that one pager, we'll certainly have words.
It's funny because when I was actually editing the thing, I actually, since I haven't seen the movie, oh, right. I had a bunch of theories and Deji told me that I was giving the movie too much credit.
I'll just say this. Your thoughts could have worked, but man, it would have been a much better movie.
Anyway, here's totally not Emperor Palpatine trying to,
Wait, what's the Steven Universe character doing here?
Those eyes are very trustworthy. What are you talking about?
Lives, the proportions are staying too consistent to be a Steven Universe character.
Also, I guess we can assume that the curse left Red.
No.
Catalina.
No. She still actually has it, and that will play a part actually in the climax. Again, this series.
Right. I forgot about that. It's weird because at the end of the episode, her face is clear without the mark.
No, she still has the tattoo. But the series operates on Avatar Last Airbender logic, meaning that we're planting stuff that will be incorporated in the climax for a satisfactory kind of way. So.
Right.
Anyway, I already say why I like this episode. Good moral, trying to, teaching about acceptance of oneself and that not everything just because it's labeled, as a curse means it actually is.
Good episode, yeah. It's also nice to come back
enough.
to the twins, essentially. Though, man, somebody sure needs to adopt the orphans, essentially.
Oh, well.
Wouldn't that be nice if they could, but alas.
Alright, tuning for the next episode, which is ccalled The Lost Treasure of Hearts the Sun. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.